You guys, so I kind of have a hunch that you like videos about the Appalachian Mountains. So without further ado, let's watch these 6 most disturbing encounters ever caught on camera. I'm scared.
Yo, hey, you okay? Yo, hey.
It's starting off strong.
Dude, look at my screen, look at my lens. You can't zoom in that far. There's a guy standing right there. Look at his face. Oh, what the?
Huh? Did y'all see it? Because I didn't see it.
Oh, bro, it's coming. Oh, crap. Wait, don't.
The Appalachian Mountains are peaceful by day, miles of quiet trails, open sky, and woods that feel a world away from everything. But once you're deep inside them, that peace can shift fast. Out here, strange encounters don't just happen, they linger. Tonight, we're looking at 6 of the most disturbing Appalachian encounters ever caught on camera.
Okay.
Moments where hikers realized the forest wasn't as empty as it first seemed.
I'm going to be honest.
The Appalachian Trail is supposed to be an escape.
Like, none of this stuff is scary to me. The only thing that is scary to me literally is humans. So if it's humans in the forest, like serial killers and stuff like that, cannibals, that's creepy. But if it's just like skinwalkers. All right.
A path where the world's noise fades into wind in the trees. But on May 10th, 2019, in Virginia's Jefferson National Forest, that path became the setting for a horror story 4 hikers never saw coming. One of them was 43-year-old Ronald Stronghold Sanchez Jr., an Army veteran. After deployments and years of PTSD, he turned to long-distance hiking as a way to cope, finding comfort in the steady rhythm of walking and the trail community around him.
A good idea.
Another man was out there too, 30-year-old James L. Jordan from Massachusetts, a man that would become a crucial part of the tragic demise of 43-year-old Sanchez Jr.
Oh.
However, the story really began weeks earlier when several hikers reported seeing a distressed man wandering the woods with a guitar. One hiker later told the court that the man was acting disturbed and unstable, playing his guitar and singing. On the evening of May 10th,
that
2019,
seems unusual.
Sanchez, a Canadian woman, and 2 other hikers encountered Jordan. He was rambling and singing, unnerving but not yet violent. They moved on and set up camp miles away, believing they'd left him behind. They hadn't. Sometime after midnight, the quiet woods filled with his voice. He had found their tents. 4 small shelters glowed faintly in the dark. Outside, someone paced around the campsite. Jordan began shouting at the thin walls.
He looks like a creep.
Threatening to kill the hikers and harm them in their sleep.
See what I mean?
Inside, fear spiked. The group decided to pack up and leave, hoping to slip away and put distance between themselves and this man. They unzipped their tents and stepped onto the trail. Jordan was waiting, holding a 17-inch long knife. The confrontation exploded. 2 hikers managed to break away and vanish into the trees. They called 911 at 2:30 a.m.
They had service back there?
Being chased by a man with a knife. However, Sanchez and the woman stayed, trying to calm him.
Oh, because that makes sense.
It didn't work. In a sudden burst of violence, Jordan lunged. In the headlamp's narrow beam, the knife flashed again and again. Sanchez was stabbed repeatedly and collapsed on the ground of the trail he loved, mortally wounded.
This is what I mean. You can't trust humans.
The woman saw him fall and ran. She sprinted along the narrow path, heart hammering, footsteps closing in behind her. When she finally stumbled and turned, Jordan was there. She threw up her hands to surrender. He stabbed her several times before she fell down on the Appalachian Trail. On the cold ground, in the dark, she laid motionless until Jordan walked away into the trees to look for his dog. Only when the woods fell silent did she move. She had played dead. Injured and alone, she forced herself to her feet and started walking. She made it miles through the darkness before reaching two other hikers who could call for help. Rescue teams hiked in to evacuate her and to recover Sanchez's body from the remote campsite. Jordan didn't disappear into the mountains. Law enforcement tracked him through the forest and arrested him in the early morning hours. Federal prosecutors charged him with murder and assault with intent to murder, crimes that typically mean spending the rest of your life behind bars. As doctors and attorneys examined,
he was starting
Jordan,
dreads.
a different picture emerged. Court records describe a history of severe mental illness. Psychiatrists diagnosed him with schizoaffective disorder, and a judge at one point ruled he was too unwell even to stand trial, sending him to a federal medical center for treatment before he was finally found competent. In April 2021, in a federal courtroom far from the trees where the attack happened, the case reached its legal conclusion. Instead of a jury trial, both sides agreed that Jordan would plead not guilty by reason of insanity. The judge accepted the plea, finding that at the time of the attack he was unable to understand the wrongfulness of his actions. That didn't mean he walked free. Under the court's order, Jordan was committed to a secure psychiatric facility.
For life?
He will only be released if a judge is convinced that letting him out
Man,
would
get out of
not
here.
create a substantial risk of serious harm to others, a standard that could keep him locked away for the rest of his life.
So anybody can claim this.
The Appalachian Trail continues without him. Hikers still pass the quiet stretch of forest
that makes no
where
sense.
this attack happened, most of them unaware they're walking over the ground where Ronald Stronghold Sanchez Jr. spent his final night, or that a wounded woman once staggered past in the dark, fighting to stay alive. For the trail community, the story is a reminder that even in places built on peace and solitude, people bring their own demons. Sometimes they hike to heal, and sometimes, as on that night in 2019, those demons break loose. On March 1st, 2022, two brothers from the channel Squatch TV were out exploring the Appalachian woods alone at night, and it didn't take long before blood-chilling screams began echoing through the silence. Instead of running, the brothers became even more intrigued. Determined to find out where or who those screams were coming from, they decided to head deeper into the darkness to investigate.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I kind of would do the same, especially if I'm not by myself and I had a flashlight. I know. Curiosity killed the cat.
Wait, it's hard to tell with the wind, but it almost sounded like something definitely made some kind of noises over there. So we're gonna check it out. Occasionally snowmobilers come through here.
I hope they have, like,
But other than that, it's
some protection with them.
This is an abandoned train bridge.
I mean, it sounds like somebody's getting tortured. Of course I would have to go check this out.
Only a few seconds later, the screams start again, sharper, closer, and far more unsettling. Almost immediately, trees and branches in the distance begin to sway, as if something
The wind is
moving
blowing
through them, either coming out or slipping away from the brothers. But despite every instinct telling them to leave, the two remain determined.
Okay.
Locked into the moment and into their mission, they continue forward, desperate to find out what or who could be making those horrifying sounds.
Yeah, my brother said he heard some weird things. But
Well, it sounded like a hoot.
that's pretty weird. I've never heard a grizzly bear sound like that before. Whew. You got like chills going down your spine? Yup. I hope the camera got that.
It did. Y'all are too young to be out
Take
there.
that one path up here. Yeah. Is that right there?
Yeah. Take to the babies.
Somebody needs
Oh,
help.
baby.
What do you mean, oh baby? Call the cops.
I don't even want to go. I don't even want to. What the hell was that?
Uh-uh.
Dude, this. Should we?
No.
For the video?
You got your knife?
Do it for the video? Are y'all famous now?
And then
I mean,
it
this does
happens
have
again. Louder this time, with a sound so terrified it freezes them in place. In an instant, the entire atmosphere shifts. One of the brothers hesitates, quietly debating whether this is even a good idea anymore. But
It
with a
probably
knife
isn't.
in hand and determination pushing them forward, they convince themselves nothing too bad could really happen out here. What they didn't know was that the most terrifying part of the night was still ahead of them. As they climb the earth bank, darkness swallows them whole, yet the sounds don't stop.
Okay, so we've been hearing some really fucking spooky shit, dude. I'm only giving it like maybe 5 more minutes. So we're walking.
Yeah.
We're in the middle of the woods, about half an hour from my house. I only got a knife, but that's not gonna stop. Grizzly bear or whatever this is. Okay. It's coming from up there. I don't even know if I want to. We'll see what it is, but at the same time, it's like, I mean, this is like something fucking unknown.
I think you need more than a knife, you guys.
How long we're out here? Because I think there's a storm coming. It's getting real windy.
Listen to your brother. He's ready to go.
Okay.
Go. That's pretty loud. That's close.
Oh.
In fact, they get closer.
What?
Each step brings the unseen creature nearer, and finally, the fear becomes too much. The brothers decide it's time to head back, with nothing but a single knife to protect themselves from what could very well be a grizzly bear.
Making
They
that
knew this is
noise?
a fight they could never win.
Oh, go. It's coming. Oh, crap. Wait, don't, wait. Go. Wait.
What?
Holy, I think I saw it.
What?
Go. Go.
Hurry.
In an instant, the screams double in volume, erupting from what sounds like right beside them, and that's all it takes. The brothers sprint for their lives.
That was enough for
tearing
them.
through the dark woods until they finally reach their car, breathless and shaking. What's truly disturbing is the uncertainty. At the start, the trees can be seen rustling and shaking on camera. Yet when they get closer, the screams begin to sound almost human. Maybe it was 2 different creatures. Maybe it was the same one, moving closer each time.
Maybe it was a
But since
human
they
getting
never
eaten by
managed
the
to catch
animal.
even a glimpse of whatever was out there,
I don't
one
know.
thing is certain. This video remains a mystery.
Super mysterious.
Since 2017, a YouTuber named Phil, the creator behind the channel Hike Slam, has always been filming the woods the same way. Slow pans, quiet trails, and the kind of calm storytelling that makes viewers feel like they're walking right beside him. For years, his trips across the Appalachian Trail blended together into a familiar rhythm. Pack light, set up camp, enjoy the silence. But on the night before Thanksgiving in 2021, that routine was interrupted by something he hadn't expected to encounter so close.
I don't understand. So if there's so many stories about creepy things in the Appalachian Mountains or forest or whatever, why is he camping there? Why is he even vlogging this type of thing? Like if it's dangerous, why are you doing that? You're just looking for the end?
To home. The video he uploaded from that trip didn't open with gear talk or scenery. Instead, Phil sounded unsettled from the start. He explained that the hike had taken a turn he wasn't prepared for. And the footage that followed made it clear why. Early on, as he moved through a quiet stretch of woods, he began coming across plastic containers on the trail. Each one had writing on it, short phrases at first, then full lines that didn't seem to belong out there. It wasn't litter from campers or forgotten food wrappers. Someone had been leaving messages. A little farther in, the handwriting changed tone. The notes mentioned names, dates, and ideas that were hard to follow.
The weirdness continues.
That would be my time to go, bud.
What the hell?
Ooh. What is that thing that's blurred
They didn't
out?
read like journal entries. They read more like someone trying to work through thoughts that spiraled faster than the pen could keep up. Moments later, Phil found something else. A discovery he caught on camera almost by accident.
And there's a dead duck here. And it looks like it was just put here because it's not wet. That duck is fairly recently killed.
Uh-oh.
All right. Kind of creepy.
The moment is brief, but it's enough to show that whatever was happening on that trail wasn't random. Bill continued, hoping the strange messages were isolated to that one spot. But soon he saw smoke rising from a campfire tucked just out of view, with a tarp pitched nearby. It wasn't abandoned. Someone was staying there, and recently. That was enough for Phil to keep moving toward a shelter farther ahead, somewhere with walls, an established site, and perhaps other hikers. On the way, he ran into two women and their dog, heading in the opposite direction. They stopped him, clearly worried, and asked if he had seen a man leaving strange writings and disturbing items along the trail.
Uh-oh.
They didn't want to walk alone, so Phil accompanied them until they reached a safer area. When they turned back, he retraced his own route, now
What?
more aware
Why?
of how quiet the woods had become. He eventually reached a second shelter and decided to stop for the night. The footage slows down here. Bill cooking, tending to the fire, trying to shake off the tension. But inside the shelter's logbook, he found another set of writings.
I'm gonna check out the shelter log here. I hang out by the fire. Almost every shelter on the Appalachian Trail has a shelter log where people write in their trail names and what's going on. They can write whatever they want.
Okay.
There. So it's kind of cool tradition here. So let's see what this one says. All right, let's see what's happened recently. Holy crap. Wait a second. Well, I'm adjust the camera here. This writing looks almost exactly like the writing that was on that garbage a couple of miles from here.
The same
Yeah?
handwriting, the same pattern of rambling lines that jump between memories, confessions, and warnings that didn't make much sense on their own. Even the rhythm of the sentences felt familiar. As he kept reading, the entries grew stranger.
In 2018, while I was incarcerated at the Okaloosa County Jail, what the heck? In solitary confinement, I figured the following out. Refer to Isaiah 28:15 through 9.
You see where it's talking about Trump and
Some
Obama?
referenced time spent alone. Others hinted at fears or beliefs that suggested the writer didn't feel safe or didn't want others to. And then Phil noticed the final detail, a half-filled Gatorade bottle hanging from a string inside the shelter, with another handwritten message attached.
What the hell is going on?
Phil set up his tent inside the shelter, hoping the night would pass quietly. But sometime later, he heard someone outside. Not an animal, footsteps, slow, measured, circling. When he peeked out, his camera caught a figure moving with a headlamp, passing through the beam of light and disappearing again into the dark. Phil didn't wait to find out more. He packed silently, stepped back onto the trail, and made the long hike to his truck in complete darkness, checking behind him more times than he cared to admit. He made it home safely, but the experience stayed with him. Nearly 3 years later, in October 2024, Phil returned to the same trail to see what remained, whether the writings were still there, whether the shelter still carried the same sense of unease. or whether the person behind those messages had ever left the woods at all. You should check out Phil's channel to find out what he discovered upon his revisit. Whatever the explanation,
I
the
don't
trail
know.
that night revealed a side of the Appalachian wilderness that rarely makes it into hiking videos. The sense that someone else had been out there long before Phil arrived and might have been
Obviously,
waiting to see who
what?
found their messages next.
Man, get out of here with the story.
On April 4th, 2024, a TikTok creator named Dustin Frazier uploaded a truly horrifying video
Okay, let's see it.
recorded from a small cabin tucked deep within the Appalachian Mountains. In the footage, Dustin is waiting for his DoorDash order when sudden, unexpected knocks echo through the door. But when he looks outside, there's no one there. But then Dustin steps outside to check the door again as the knocking continues. And once more, no one is standing on the porch. However, someone is there. Lurking just beyond the glow of the porch light, across the narrow road between the trees, stands a figure.
Oh. It's a little bit.
A creepy, frail-looking older woman is staring directly at him from the darkness.
This is
Panicked, Dustin rushes back inside and hides in the bathroom. But the nightmare isn't over. Moments later, the knocking returns. This time louder, harder, almost
But then
violent,
she's across the
as
street,
if whoever
so.
is outside is now trying to force their way in.
Oh my goodness. You gotta watch out. People are crazy. Even the old ones, or older ones.
With water almost running out of his eyes and heavily breathing, you can clearly see the fright in Dustin's eyes as he is home alone for the night. The video cuts off abruptly, but the next day, Dustin uploads a follow-up, this time from an airport terminal. Shaken
He
and
left.
exhausted,
He
he
was
explains
gone.
that he left his mom's cabin first thing in the morning. He
Oh,
didn't
it's his
feel safe
mom's
staying there
cabin.
another night, so he booked the earliest flight he could and went straight to New York. And as of today, no further update has ever been given. No identity, no explanation, and no sign of the mysterious woman who stood outside Dustin's door. Still, you can't help but wonder, who was she? What did she want from him?
Who knows?
Why didn't she leave? The questions
Why didn't he
linger
find
to
out?
this day, unanswered and unsettling. But one thing is certain, living in the Appalachian Mountains is no joke.
Okay.
Next up is Mo Sargi, a well-known YouTuber who runs his self-titled channel, famous for exploring everything
Ooh.
from creepy cabins to haunted forests. Mo is always out chasing the unknown in some of the most abandoned and unsettling places on Earth. This time, on September 28, 2023, he was deep in the Appalachian Mountains investigating a remote stretch of wilderness. But what Mo and his team didn't know was that they were about to encounter something far more disturbing than ghosts, namely, the vicious feral people. Mo had out
What was
exploring
that?
with his friend Aldo, and right from the start, the forest carried a heavy, unsettling atmosphere, the kind that makes your skin crawl even when nothing is happening. Not long into their hike, Mo reached a quiet river. He turned around to check on Aldo and maybe admire the scenery together. However, when he turned around, Aldo was gone,
Oh,
vanished
no.
without a sound.
What?
No footsteps, no warning, nothing but the eerie stillness of the Appalachian woods.
I would freak out.
I'm going to a river that looks like this. Just like this.
Wow. Holy shit. This is so beautiful. Whoa. Aldo,
Yeah. Where's Aldo?
where'd he go? Aldo. What the hell?
You think it's scripted?
Yo, he disappeared. Aldo.
He's just making sure to put that camera angle on his face.
Yo.
My cat.
Yo. Yo. Hey.
What?
Yo. Hey. Yo. Hey.
Oh, what happened to him?
Hey. Wake up. Guys, I think he fucked up. Yo, Aldo, wake up.
Fortunately, Aldo wasn't actually gone. Mo eventually spotted him lying a short distance away, but that only raised more questions. Aldo was sprawled out on the ground, completely motionless. Why was he lying there?
And his shirt
Did he
is
fall?
completely
Did he
white?
pass out? Or did someone push him?
Man.
After a while, Aldo finally regains consciousness, but what he tells Mo is far more disturbing than anything Mo could have imagined.
Okay, let's hear it.
What happened? Did you slip and fall?
No.
So what happened?
Something was following us.
Something was following us.
Yeah. I heard something.
Because I was on the rocks looking at the water. I looked back and you're not here.
Both of them were, right?
Here on me?
I heard something, so I turned around, and then everything went black.
So somebody hit you?
I saw someone.
What is that in his hand?
Someone's here.
Wait, just take it easy.
What is that?
Does your head hurt? Does your legs hurt?
My head hurts.
Your head
Right
hurts?
here. Come feel it. It's like a bump. You feel it?
Holy shit. That's a big bump.
What Aldo says next sends a chill through both of them. As he was walking toward the river, he suddenly heard rustling in the trees behind him. When he turned around, he caught a glimpse of a figure just before something
Let's see it.
shoved him hard to the ground.
Let's see it.
What's most disturbing, though, is that whoever or whatever was out there didn't take anything, didn't say a single word. They just disappeared back into the trees, leaving Mo and Aldo shaken and terrified. However, unsure of their next move, they talk it over for a while. Aldo wants to get out of the forest immediately, while
I don't
Mo is
blame him.
determined to keep the exploration going, which means they'll be camping inside one of the abandoned houses hidden deep in the Appalachian Mountains.
I think we should get the hell out of here, man. I literally got attacked.
Well, we do want to camp out here. That's the point of this challenge.
Like-
I said we go back up the steps and we camp out in that area where the toilet is,
Yeah.
the abandoned houses,
Yeah.
and we just chill there for the night.
I agree. That's a good idea.
The duo chooses to stay overnight, making their way toward the abandoned buildings concealed within the forest.
I don't know.
It
That's
seems
a bit
like the
creepy.
perfect spot
No.
until something forces them to rethink that plan.
I
As
don't
soon as
think.
they step inside one of the abandoned buildings, loud banging echoes through another room.
What's it?
Forcing the duo to sprint back outside as quickly as possible. They nearly stumble on their way out.
I'm
but they
surprised they
keep
didn't say
running,
hello.
only slowing once they believe they've put enough distance between themselves and whatever is haunting the structure. When they finally turn back, they see something deeply unsettling.
Wait, what's that in the window? What's that in the window? Oh my god. Oh my god. There's a face. Dude, look at my screen. Look at my lens. You can't zoom in that far. There's a guy standing right there. Look at his face. Oh. What the f*** is
What?
that? Go.
I don't see anything.
Go now. Go now. Oh my god.
Go now?
A hooded
Why?
man standing at the edge of a window, staring directly at Mo and Aldo with an unnerving, unbroken glare. The sight is enough to send the duo running again. Night fell, and it had been a few hours since the duo decided to head home, but they never made it that far. When they ran from the hooded figure earlier, they accidentally veered off the trail, and too
that's
terrified
right.
to go back the same way, they tried taking a shortcut through the forest. But as they pushed deeper between the trees, they quickly lost all sense of direction.
Why? Yeah. Why don't they
We're
just
officially lost.
camp
somehow.
there
No clue where the
Till
hell we
it's-
are. But
till it's daylight?
we're trying to make our way out. We took a wrong path somewhere in the darkness. As you guys can see, it's freaking dark. No bueno. Probably the worst thing we did is take a shortcut.
But as they keep wandering through the mountain forest, they suddenly stumble upon shelter, But just because it's shelter doesn't mean it's safe.
Exactly.
Oh,
What?
yo, shelter. Yes. Shelter.
Okay.
Bro, what the f is this? Oh my god, yes. We're so exhausted, guys. Oh my god.
For hours, we randomly find this?
Both of them are completely exhausted, and with the time pushing 3 a.m., they sit down to rest for the rest of the night. But
I would not be
fate
sleeping
clearly
now.
has other plans, because only a couple hours later, both howling and rustling can be heard from just outside the shelter, toying with the two, and the atmosphere shifts in an instant.
We're hearing howling and some rustling in the bushes. I think we should just try to get the hell out of here. We're pretty rested now. We've been here for a few hours.
Yeah.
I feel rested.
Yeah.
And I had some of my snacks to give me a bit of energy. I am still thirsty, but whatever.
I had some Skittles.
You're not gonna die.
Keep heading out on trails.
Let's just go slowly.
Yeah.
Slowly but surely.
Yeah, 100%.
And we'll make it, I think.
All right, that's what we're gonna do.
Unfortunately, the duo never managed to find a way out. Hours later, they ended up right back at the same shelter,
What?
completely disoriented, cold, and running out of options. With Mo's cameras dead and only his GoPro still hanging on, they recorded one final update.
It should be getting
it
bright
was-
soon.
It was a tiring night, man.
That was creepy, man. We actually, as you guys saw, we took turns staying awake, but I guess the sun is finally coming out. So soon everything's gonna be lit up, but we can actually start to see now. So
Yeah.
we can probably start finding our way out of here.
But we're not at the woods yet. We still have quite a bit of a hike out of here. Like
Yeah.
a lot of a
This is
hike.
why you
Your
shouldn't do
battery,
this kind of
mine's almost
stuff.
Dead, man.
I'm using my GoPro now because my other camera died. My night
Okay.
vision camera, it died. I don't have any more batteries for it. I only have half a battery left for this. So
Yeah.
it's morning now. We're gonna find our way out of here and get the out. I'm never coming back here again.
Me
That was a
neither.
terrifying night.
Thankfully, since the video was uploaded and many more videos have followed, we can only
They're
assume
fine.
the two eventually made it out of the Appalachian Mountains alive. On November 6, 2024, the YouTuber Brant, creator of the channel Brant Hikes, uploaded a truly disturbing video. His channel mainly focuses on hiking, especially along the Appalachian Mountains, a place he knows as well as home. But on this particular trip, while hiking a stretch of the Appalachian Trail he had walked hundreds of times before, a routine overnight camp would quickly turn into a nightmare unlike anything he'd ever experienced.
Uh-oh.
Like always, the video begins with a peaceful morning coffee in the wild, accompanied by Brant's calm, smooth voice as he explains the day's plan. And for most of the video, nothing unusual happens. It's just Brant hiking alone through the quiet, empty trails of the Appalachian Mountains. After nearly half a day of walking, he reaches an empty shelter deep in the wilderness, a rare luxury when you're hiking the Appalachian Trail. But Brant isn't a fan of shelter camping. He prefers sleeping on the hard ground with nothing
That's
but
me.
a tarp stretched above his head. So
He must
keeps
have been in the
going.
military.
Eventually, he arrives at the Rocky Mountain campsite, and just off a small side trail, only a few hundred meters from the main camp area, Brant finds what he's looking for: a flat patch of ground tucked away from everyone else, the perfect place to settle in for the night. However, just as he was down by the newly found campsite, Brant saw something that made every hair on his body rise.
I don't like that
Hey,
feeling.
talk about creepy.
Yeah?
I was just down at that stealth site there checking it out, talking about it, and I heard and saw a hiker coming down the trail.
Okay.
And I thought I'd stay at the campsite and wait for the hiker to pass. And the hiker never passed, and there's nobody here, and it's freaking me out right now. I've got chills up and down my spine.
Interesting.
Yeah, I saw a person with a pack on, wearing hiking clothes. There's no way they passed me. Yeah, this is weird. I'm getting out of this spot.
I don't blame you.
Brant had noticed a lone hiker appear on the trail ahead of him, farther up the mountain. But when he reached the spot where the man should have passed by, he realized something unsettling. He had never seen the hiker come down, and knowing this section of the Appalachian Trail like the back of his hand, Brant was certain there were no side paths, no shortcuts, and nowhere else the man could have gone. The realization sent a chill.
So what, he just seen a ghost?
Feeling uneasy, Brant decided to leave his chosen campsite for the moment and move on. As Brant continues moving away from the area, he mentions that this actually wasn't the first time he'd seen someone that day.
Oh.
You know, honestly, that's the second time today that's happened.
I think it's a warning that you need to go.
First time is when I was sawing that log, and I looked over and I was like, oh, someone's coming up the trail. The log will be sawed for them when they get here, and there was never anybody there.
But before he can elaborate further, he's forced to cut the video short.
Why?
As his camera battery is on low battery. In his final update, Brant says he plans to put as much distance as possible between himself and this section of the mountain before nightfall, and hopefully get a decent night's sleep once he's far enough away.
Okay.
And that'll be all for tonight's video. If these 6 encounters prove anything, it's that the danger in the Appalachians may very well come from the people you meet where you least expect them. If you enjoyed
And that is exactly what I mean. I'm not scared of all the skinwalkers, all the aliens, all the ghosts, all, because I mean, like, what are they going to do? Rustle up the trees and knock some things over? What are people going to do? They're going to chase you down and they're going to eat you. Anyways, if you guys enjoyed this video, please let me know in the comments below, and I will see you in the next one.